the SJW as like a figure is somebody who is well-meaning and like quote unquote believes the right things, but somebody who is incredibly tone deaf in terms of how to communicate with that to people. And they're also lacking a more robust structural criticism. They make it about individuals being inherently bad or this or that. They're not really systemically focused people. And there's like a huge undercurrent of just rancid narcissism underneath it. Like one great example is like the Hugh Mungus lady. Jake's name on one of his like gaming accounts is Hugh Mungus. And it like fucking
Humongous what?
Humongous what?
Humongous what?
Humongous what, Jake?
And she says that to me every time we play Stardew Valley. It's so funny.
I'm like, humongous what, Jake? Humongous what? Humongous hog. But like,
that's what I mean. Like, can you imagine if that was actually his answer when she was saying that?
But that,
I mean my hog.
my hog.
Hashtag me too.
She would just be like, it's happened to me.
But that was like she tried to do this whole like hyper woke like political career where she was like going to town halls and like harassing people. There's like videos of her on YouTube being like, I fight for women and I am sick of the oppression of the patriarchy. It's like, shut the fuck up. You're out there trying to get clout, trying to fucking, and you're making these causes seem ridiculous because like you're not invested, you're not interested in any sort of intellectual conversation or any sort of like critique that is transformative. You're out there to make a stink and like get attention, and it's obvious, and people can see right through that. And a lot of the people who see right through that end up going to the right because the left, as in the actual broader left, not liberal,
like they think that those are our leaders. These right-wing people think like, well, that's the left. These are the left-wing leaders. These are the people who really represent the left.
Yeah, as far as them thinking that those people are our leaders, I mean, you see that so clearly with Shanti Banks.
Yes.
The right have basically used her in pretty much every single video they make regarding the left, as if this is our queen. And like most people don't even really know who she is, but like they think that she's this like this paragon of the left that we all look up to and answer to, and it's quite ridiculous.
I'm a bit of a normie. I don't know who that is. Who is Shanti Binks?
Well, Shanti Binks is that red-haired woman with glasses that they've used as a picture in literally every video. You've seen her, I promise you.
The as a meme.
Yes.
The only reason we know her name is because we looked it up. She's not like an actual figure of any sort, but they've used her as though she like is this representative figure of the left, that she's some leader, that everybody looks to aspire to be that.
So I had absolutely no idea. I thought she's like an actual person.
She's
like
an NPC.
No, she's not an actual person. I meant like she's like, you know.
Why is she wearing like a lab coat? Like
I don't know. It was some kind of like protest outside of somewhere, and she got into it with someone else, and they were arguing, and for some reason that became like some kind of iconic clip for the right, which they love to put in everything because they have no creativity whatsoever.
That Red Pill documentary they made, they actually interviewed her.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Like a lot of these people aren't just like narcissists. Like some of them are like well-meaning and like they really think that they're like changing the world, and like it's just kind of, it's sad to watch. And like you want to introduce them to like a broader analysis, but they feel so like besieged that any form of criticism is like seen as like, you know, you are the enemy. And it's kind of, it's very frustrating to deal with like liberals who have that sort of mentality.
Well, I mean, to some extent, that's even the way that the criticism kind of works nowadays, especially in internet, like liberal/left spaces. It's like they separate everything into these sort of like demographics, groups, in groups, whatever you want to call it, fiefdoms, fandoms, whatever. And it's always us versus them in every respect. And what they don't understand is that it sort of plays into the whole market dynamics thing. I mean, there can never be a winner, but there's always a competition, and it's so bizarre and annoying, and basically the basis of the entire criticism that we've put forward over the last couple of years, which no one likes.
Kind of like super interesting to me because like one of the things that was like obviously a really big thing in the 2010s was like the rise of the far right on YouTube, and then also like the left sort of rising on YouTube, but it didn't really start off as the left. It kind of started out with the whole chud dunking industrial complex, as I like to call it.
Yeah, Gamergate was going on, and they were kind of like, these Gamergaters are dumb.
Yeah.
I like video games, and I'm not a regressive, so I'm going to make them look dumb.
Yeah, basically.
To be fair, it was fun. Like, it was a good time.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie and say, like, I didn't get a lot of good laughs out of it, but maybe it wasn't what we should have been doing.
I mean, I found it tedious, like that whole kind of chud dunking thing. I mean, it's important to debunk like negative ideas, but it became more about like trying to manipulate the attention economy by stirring up controversy and, you know, feeding that like libidinal impulse to, you know, dunk on somebody that you don't like for your demographic or whatever.